day begins with a need to move with purpose, to shop without stress, to send without fear, to pay without delay. For every rider chasing time, for every home that needs restocking, for every voice that needs connection, for every dream that needs delivery. Now, one app brings it all together.
Supercab, move smart, ride safe, supermarket, groceries, gadgets, everything. Supercash, airtime, bills, transfers, done. Super logistics, fast, secure, right to your door.
It's more than an app. It's your movement, your market, your money, your connection, all in one place. Supergo, one app for services endless. Download Supergo today. Live free, live fast, live smart.
No time to shop, no stress. With Supergo, your groceries comes to you. Partner with trusted vendors, verified stores, no delay, no excuses, just values. Supergo Supermarket, your market now in your hands. With Supergo, your ride is comfortable, easy and convenient. Supergo is more than an app. It's a movement. Moving people, powering trades, delivering value.
Welcome to the morning show on Sun TV. My name is Abraham Manejoda. It's a beautiful Friday morning and it's the weekend before Christmas. And you know what that means. I believe a lot of people will be shopping. The streets will be, the markets, the roads will be in a festive mood. And I believe a lot of people are already walking towards at the end of the year. So once again, I say good morning and welcome to the Sun TV Morning Show. And this is where we bring to you information, analysis, news, stories that are shaping your day. We'll have the major segments we have on the morning show is the newspaper review segment. We also have the pigeon segment. We have the Taraba news segment. And if we have a guest, we also have an interview segment. But today, we're going to be starting with the newspaper review segment. And with me this morning is someone that's been with us in the beginning of the week, in the person of Mr. Albert Naftali Bello. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
You're truly in the weekend, in the Friday move. I like your outfit.
Thank you.
It's looking quite good.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. So how is the weather today? How's your preparation for Christmas generally?
First of all, we want to say good morning, Nigeria. And as you rightly said, Christmas is fast approaching and we plan towards it. At least it's a celebration for the birth of the Savior Jesus Christ. So basically, we are making all effort to see that we come closer to Him, to deepen our knowledge about His love for humanity, as well celebrate with loved ones around. So Christmas is coming and we are ready to partake in this celebration. Thank you.
That's quite good. And this is a season of to show love, to show compassion. This is the season. It's not just about the rice, the chicken, the new clothes, the parties. It's a time for sober reflection, to look at the life of Jesus Christ and try to emulate. The person you're celebrating, do you live a life that is similar to his life? So this is a period to really reflect on that. So without much ado, we'll be going to the newspapers this morning, and I'll be starting with the Vanguard newspaper. Let me take some of the stories on the cover page of the Guardian. We have NSA grows assets to $3 billion. Build Nigerian self-agriculture and infrastructure sector. Stories on page 50 of Vanguard. Am I right? Yes, page 50 of Vanguard. Then you have tax laws altering legislations through official gazette illegal, according to lawyers. Reps constitute committee to probe alleged alterations. Then we have Governor Yusuf Laws Tinubu Bichi over 47 billion naira Wuju Road. Stories on page 9. The uncertainty over NAF aircraft departure to Portugal after releasing Burkina Faso. Stories on page 9. The Electoral Act, reps back 2-year jail term, 5 million naira fine for vote buyers and sellers. Then Tinubu to governors, obey Supreme Court judgment, let local government get their allocations. That is on page 8. Then the major headline here on the Vanguard say, oil sector, far-reaching reforms coming. Eyesan Mohammed vows. Story on page 5. Let us look at that story by the major story in the Vanguard. Say President Bola Tinubu's nominees as chief executives of the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, that is NUPRC, and the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, NMDPRA, yesterday told senators that they will implement far-reaching reforms to stabilize the country's oil and gas sector. Following a letter for President Bola Tinubu confirming the appointment of Orishemeyiwa Eyesan for NUPRC and Engineer Saidu Mohammed for NMDPRA, the Senate screened the deal as the new chief executives of Nigeria Oil and Gas Regulators yesterday. The Nigerian oil and gas industry faced a major shake-up on Wednesday following the resignation of the chief executive of NNDPRA, Farouk Mohammed, amid allegation of corruption, and his counterpart in the NUPRC, Gbenga Komalafe, and Farouk Ahmed were appointed in 2021 after the Petroleum Industry Act (PIA) came into force. And barely 24 hours after President Tinubu forwarded names of their replacements to the Senate for confirmation. So, well, during the screening, the appointments excited the likes of Senator Adams Oshimole, who said he hopes to drink to Farouk's resignation. And during the question and answer session, the nominees pledged that they will carry far-reaching reforms anchored on digitization, strict contact enforcement, investor confidence, and accelerated gas development. And they were screened by 3 Senate committees, namely Petroleum Resources Downstream, chaired by Senator Kawu Abdurrahman, APC Kanusa, Petroleum Resources Upstream, chaired by Senator Eteng Williams, APC Cross River Central, and Committee on Gas, chaired by Senator Jarigbe Agom Jarigbe, APC Cross River North. So they are allowing their policies and that will help stop revenue leakages, restoring discipline across the value chain, and unlocking Nigeria's vast oil and gas potential that the Petroleum Act. So, well, these are the 2 new people who are going to head those agencies, and with insight of what the previous regulators went through. What do you think these new guys should be doing immediately they get on their seat?
Good morning, and I want to start by saying, one thing with Nigeria is we know what really happened that brought these 2 people into the picture. And again, when you are starting something, you give a lot of impression to people. And the whole thing now changed into another step when what you promise is not what people are getting at the end of everything. So we cannot say they will not make what they already promised, or we will pray that the thing go the other way around. No. What we're looking at is, since we are very optimistic as citizens that if a new person is coming into an office, there should be a change, because there are something that happened for one to resign. And then you coming into the office, you need to work hand in hand to see that you change that particular thing that brought that issue. And again, we want to call on all the people that are lucky enough to get the replacement into that office to know very well, just as somebody else mentioned in his speech yesterday, that we don't want a situation whereby that mistake will repeat itself again. And again, we want to call on also the government also to be a guide and also a support to these people so that they can be able to have a free avenue to discharge their duties very well. So we say congratulations to those people in the office. And again, Nigerians are far looking for much from them. So since there is a lot that is saddled with the responsibility of that office, a lot is expected from them also to do at the time. So we want a situation where within the shortest period of time we begin to see results that will make us understand that yes, there is a new face, there's a new brain, and also there's a new cycle governing the affairs of the office. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And just like you said, like Aison was talking about, she said certainly the upstream regulator disclosed that collaboration, technology-driven regulation, and credible data management will be central to our approach. She told the committee that Nigeria is currently losing enormous value due to manual processes and poor integration of systems in an industry that is rapidly becoming digital worldwide. So she's promising to bring more innovations, digital innovations into the game. And we say without digitalization and real-time data, you cannot truly understand what you are regulating, which is true. Without digital innovation, you can't really understand what you are regulating, because the world is moving at the digital space and you are still carrying papers and files here and there. Okay, so let us look at what's why on the part of the nominee for the midstream and downstream, Mohammed, who disclosed that he will pay serious attention to restoring discipline to Nigeria's gas and petroleum supply systems, particularly through strict enforcement of contract and quality standards, which is very, very important. That is one of the major issues, the strict implementation of enforcement of contract and quality standard, and also restoring discipline to the gas and petroleum supply system. And it should not be seen to be partisan. It should not be seen to be for or against any player in the industry. It should be they should be seen to be neutral and doing their job. And once again, I would also like to call on Nigerians to allow these people do their job. They have a lot of job to be done, and we should trust. If we trust them enough to hold that position, we trust them enough to do their job, and we also hope that they do the job the way it should be done. So with that, let's move to another paper. This time around, I think we should go to, we should go to the Guardian. The Guardian newspaper has the following stories on the cover page. Okay, say when, almost there. Ahmed Defense Finances welcome proof of children's education funding. That is the former head of asking that is open for probe. The Senate confirms 64 ambassadorial nominees. Stories on page 2. PDP caretaker committee dissolves 14 state ESCOs, fixes January for congresses. Then fresh nationwide defection tilts 2027 balance as APC tighten grips. Ex-Labour Minister Ngige get bail in alleged 2.2 billion fraud charges. Federal government resigned decision reopens 47 federal unity colleges. 6 ex-PDP governors attend as Tinubu hosts APC caucus in Aso Rock. Viking Ladi attack, death tolls rise to 14. And Yusuf commend Tinubu Bichi over 47 billion Wuju Road in Kano. While the major line on the Guardian says, when pain of reforms, old scars, old new tax era promises. The story is on page 4 and 5. Let us look at what the Guardian has for us there. He said, from anxiety to apprehension, and then full-blown agitation, the federal government's planned implementation of new tax law appears to be immersed in controversy, with the allegation of doctoring versions of the laws by some national lawmakers and the call by the opposition to suspend its takeoff date has contributed to muddying the waters. So apart from the federal government and its assigned, who assume that all is set for the planned takeoff of the brand new tax reform laws a mere 12 days away, the country's body language suggests otherwise. Indeed, a hailstorm of opposition against it appears to be brewing ferociously from all flanks of the country. Allegations, some very weighty, others outright damaging, are daily making the rounds as the country with bated breath march towards January 1, 2026 implementation date. The grievous alterations noticed in versions of the law have been circulated by the Federal Ministry of Information, among other things, raise fundamental questions over the law's legality, aimed at weakening oversight and accountability mechanism, as well as point to a potential undermining of parliamentary integrity and legislative supremacy. This latter day discovery not only questioned the real intent of the new tax law, but also questioned their integrity, especially with the damaging claims by some lawmakers that what the National Assembly passed and subsequently signed into law by President Bola Tinubu were allegedly altered after passage. So it's the same old story of the tax law. The kind of brouhaha this tax reform has brought, I think there are very few bills or laws that have brought so much. Now, just like I keep saying, those alleging that these things, they should bring out viable. I think we like to play politics with this. This is a very, very grievous, if it is true. So I expect those who are alleging by now should be flooding us with data, with information. This is what is in the hold. This is what it seems we are all still just talking around this. This saying is true, the other say is not true, and that is how we model up things like this in Nigeria. At the end of the day, they settle behind this thing, and Nigerians are no wiser about what happened. To me, I believe by now we should be seeing, and this also goes to the media. The media, to me, we've not done enough. By now, those of us carrying the story should be having a copy, publishing a copy, and then looking at the differences. I think that's what Nigeria needs, not this noise about it is the right one, it's not the right one. I've seen so many stories like this come and go. And at the end of the day, you wouldn't even know, the more it goes, the more confused you become. And at the end of the day, you just find out that the story will die away, or they will settle out of the eye of the public and everything goes. So to you, what do you think should be done in a situation like this? Should we just continue this? We know we agree, let it stop, or let us just hit the fact and let's know what is going on.
And thank you very much for an opportunity. And again, you see, it says that there is a fear of the old scar.
Yes.
And most of the reforms, and just like the issue of the oil subsidy and many other things that have happened in the nation, and the shock we receive at the end of the implementation of those things, it seems like it's more of the fear is much on the citizens more than the benefit they're going to derive from this very tax. And I believe most of these key players that are making, cannot say noise, that are raising voices on this very particular act are afraid of the outcome. They cannot have, they don't have anything to hold on, but yet they are afraid of the outcome due to what we already have on ground. So, and we see when you have the fear of the old scar, you will be very cautious against any other thing that will still deepen it into another. We expect by now there should be a result coming at the result of the removal of subsidy. But the result is not that the result is not coming, but it's not coming the way we expect. We expect by now we should be seeing a far more development in the nation, like the case of the infrastructure, the health sector, education, and at the cost of the dividend we're getting from the reforms. So that is why when you see people making all the waves on the ground, we cannot just come down and say that this is a very good thing. Nigeria should welcome it just like that. Yes, Nigeria should welcome it. And we believe if they are going to make a very good usage of this very reform, it is going to be to the beneficial of the masses. And again, I want to call the attention of the president again. this is what really happened. You can cite it from the book launch of recently of the late president, where his daughter was saying that even the father himself knew that Nigeria were not happy with his leadership. So that is a caution to the president. If there's anything you are doing for personal interest or for your a direct interest that's on a personal ground, there should be a reawakening to remind you that one day, one time, somebody will come to say the good and the ugly of you. So it depends on which one you want to be remembered for. So, and I want to call on the citizens of Nigeria. They should give a benefit of doubt for now. Let's look at the good side of it, because we wedge it down just like the pendulum and see where the weight is going to. If the side of the goodness is more than the side of the down one, then let us accept it in good faith and see the outcome. We cannot just say we are not pessimistic always, that we just believe that anything coming from the government or the reforms are just for personal benefit. No, it cannot be like, we shouldn't be acting in that very manner. So we expect, since it is coming January, in good faith we should welcome it. Then after welcoming it and see how far this thing is going. Thank God we have a National Assembly. If it is not corrupt to some extent, if these laws are not favoring Nigeria, the reforms, then there should be something that will make it go back to the initial, or there should be a change. Thank you.
My problem with Nigerian politicians is we politicize issues that should be left for the experts. I remember how the northern governors kicked against the reforms, the tax reform law. They focused mainly on VAT and one or two other things. But I was surprised when we got to the National Assembly for debate, for public debate. Most of them fizzled out. I was expecting them to send experts to go and speak on this. But I found out that the energy they put into talking to the press wasn't put into the public hearing, the committee hearing on the tax. And I noticed something. I said it there. I said at the rate at which we're going, the federal government seems more prepared than those opposing it. Because during that period, you see Zach Adedeji, you will see the Accountant General of the Federation, you will see those involved from the federal government. They were all going to the House, giving reason why this should be done, why this is that, they were sending in experts to speak on this matter. But those who opposed it, they were not giving the same energy. At the end of the day, I said it here, I said this law will pass, not because maybe Nigerians want it, but because those that don't want it did not try enough. I tell people there's a difference between going to the press to say you don't want something, and there's another difference for you going to where that thing can be changed, yes, to effect the change. It's like our electoral law. I'm sorry to digress. A lot of people saw what happened during the last election, which the electoral law clearly states it does not recognize IREF, but the INEC guidelines recognize. But in the law, whatsoever that does not affect what the electoral law says goes. Yes. A lot of people said, okay, they want the IREF, but do you know up to now, nothing has been done about it. The noise over the IREF, the electronic transmission, up as we speak, has the electoral law been reviewed? No. So what exactly did we gain from those noise if the electoral law is not reviewed? If we go with this same electoral law, what happened in 2023 is going to repeat it. That is exactly what is happening with the tax law. A lot of Nigerians, we go with hubris. When the time comes for us to go for public hearings and the rest of it, we leave it to our legislators. And you know, once you leave something to your legislators, they will say something else, and they'll do something else. Yes. And we've seen this happen severally on issues of then again. When you notice that all of a sudden the governors are quiet about this. Yeah. Do you know what I noticed? When this tax reform comes, they will get more money into their coffers. You can see most of them are quite about it. Yes. They are quite comfortable about it because at the end of the day, just like subsidy funds, it will get into them. But Nigerians will put the blame on the federal government. Just like you ask me, most of the money gotten from subsidy goes to states. If you talk about health, 95% of health facilities belongs to the states. If you talk about education, 90-something% of our institutions belong to. If you talk about roads, about 70-something% of the roads belongs to the states and the local government. But if you don't begin to give the same energy we give to the federal government and state, then even look at our State House of Assembly. How many times do they even come up with laws like this that helps it? So these are just some of the general things that happen. This law is going to pass, not because maybe it's the best, not because it's the worst, but because those who are supposed to ensure that we get the best, we rather make noise politically, but we not take any step towards it. We have a National Assembly, we have opposition there. Where are they? That is the truth. Where are they? May God help us in this country. Yeah. And you will see after the law has been passed, everybody will start. But I'm telling you, the law will take effect either by the 1st of January or the president will use politically, push it after some time, they forget about it, and the law will take its effect. And at the end of the day, both the state government and the federal government will enjoy it while we bear the brunt of the law. So that is just it. I've seen this happen so many times with Nigeria, and we still don't learn.
All right, we have another headlines here under The Guardian. The 6 ex-PDP governors attend as Tinubu hosts the APC caucus in Aso Villa.
But that is what I keep telling people. I don't want to look at what is happening in PDP with what is happening. I like to take things from the past. A party that refused to respect internal democracy will eventually fall to its own trap. That is what destroyed the PDP. From day one, the PDP had never allowed internal democracy in the choosing of, especially the chairman of the PDP. It was always an imposition of the president. We saw Ahmadu Ali, the only PDP leader that was unanimously chosen was Solomon La. After him, we saw Ahmadu Ali, we saw Audu Ogbe, we saw Vincent Ogbolafor. These were in position of those in power. We saw these secondos and the rest of them. And so this has been eaten deep into the party. And now the Hawks have come. They've taken the soul of the PDP. And now that the soul of the PDP has been taken and dragged apart by various systems, you will tell, I'm telling you, before the PDP can regain its glory, they must shelve itself of its many of those people who has been there in the past and who are part of the problem must be shelved away, and a new PDP must emerge. Without a new PDP emerging, I'm telling you nothing. And I'm telling you, most of you, before the election comes, because of the fear of what happened, remember what happened in Zamfara some years back with the APC governor, that they had issues in one election where they said that a lot of people will be afraid to contest on the PDP. But I'm telling Nigerians, if the PDP can put its acts together in this election, bring up credible candidates, not necessarily young, not necessarily old, but credible candidates. Try to win some states, try to win some Senate seats, try to win some House of Assembly seats, and ensure that those that win provide good leadership. In 4 or 5 years' time, the PDP will be back stronger. But if the PDP makes the mistake of still retaining this set of people just to be a big party that it used to be, they will still make the same mistake, because I'm telling you, immediately after election, most of these people abandon the PDP again. That is the fear. And I still say, whatever party, the ADC, the Labour Party, PDP is still the biggest party in Nigeria with the APC. So we shouldn't allow the PDP to die, because it's the most viable opposition. And for those governors that have left, well, the people will decide your fate. and the work that you've done in your state, we decide, because I believe a lot of Nigerians, we vote according to what they want.
Yeah.
But a lot also we vote according to the party they love. Well, let's try and see what happens in. Okay, let's look at this day, the issue of the ambassadors. Okay, on this day newspaper, I say in major diplomatic research, Senate confirms 64 ambassadors. Okay, let's take some stories there before we now move to BONI. Investors dispute raises questions over investor protection in Zambia. Then we have this story again. An APC caucus meeting in Tinubu assures Nigerian state police will become reality. Then the major story say major diplomatic reset, Senate confirms 64 ambassadors. Okes Yakubu, Femi Fani-Kayode, Dambazao, Ibas, Omokri, subject to Tinubu's or regulator. So let us look at this issue in a sweeping diplomatic move with far-reaching implications for Nigerian foreign relations. Senate on Thursday confirmed 64 nominees as career and non-career ambassadors of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, approving a list featuring prominent political figures, former governors, ex-ministers, and diplomats. Relatedly, the Joint Senate Committee on Petroleum Resources, Upstream, Downstream, and Gas yesterday. Okay, let's look at the issue of the ambassadors. Some of those approved is Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, former Minister of Aviation, Chief Olufemi Fani-Kayode, former Minister of Interior, Lieutenant General Abdurrahman Dambazao, former Sole Administrator of Rivers State, Vice Admiral Ibas Ete Ekwe, and former Presidential Aide, Mr. Reno Omokri. So what's your view about this ambassadorial list? And
we want to say congratulations to people that successfully got screened by the Senate, and possibly the portfolio will come in now. And we want to also believe they have a lot to do for the nation. Meaning some of these people, when their name are mentioned, it raised a lot of tensions and across the nation. So that is to say, we are expecting a lot from them. An ambassador is more representing his country and also the president of his country in wherever he found himself. So definitely being a good exemplary leader, the one that will aid in the diplomatic processes and also deepen both advantages of the both nations that you may find yourself amidst. You have a lot to do for your nation, and your nation entrusts you for a lot of reasons. Many of them have a varied experiences. Yeah. Some from the military and some from many other facets of life. So we believe the president has done a good job by selecting these key people to play this particular role. Even though the role is coming within a limited period, that is almost time for politicking, we cannot say that it is done because of political reasons. So we say as Nigerian that this is a welcome development, and now that they are going to represent the nation and standing for the president wherever they found themselves, they should have the interest of the nation in them. Not a situation whereby we will see an ambassador disgracing the nation somewhere else or making another thing that will bring down the image of the nation. And again, the Nigerian people also should also see reasons when people are selected to represent them. It should not be a kind of people that wherever things are done, they politicize those things. I see a situation where because you are not in good term with somebody, or you are political, you are not in affiliation with the person politically, or because of personal judgment you have on that particular person, you are now blinded by what that person can offer. Like the case of Reno Omokri. Everybody, to some extent, knows that this person can represent Nigeria wherever he, and has been standing in, preaching Nigeria, preaching our culture, standing for the culture. But when his name is mentioned, for some personal reasons, people are now beginning to cast a lot of lots on him. So he's not the only person. We cannot be mentioning names again. So what we want from him also is to prove those people wrong. and I know he has all it takes to prove them wrong. Let him be, and many of them should be people that will bring in a lot of development to, for the benefit of Nigerian people. So thank you, sir.
I really appreciate that. I think we need to begin to take politics out of this. And I'm very, sometimes to just look at it, we oppose simply for the purpose of opposition. We don't really look at it if you ask it. But to me, what I think Nigeria needs to do at this point, these ambassadors need to do at this point, is to bring back hope of Nigerians living in diaspora on their embassies again. Because if you ask me, right from in the late 80s to the 90s to the 2000s, Nigerians in diaspora always have one issue. The fact that the embassies don't protect them. They don't do enough for them. It is not a recent thing. You go to they tell you go to Nigerian embassy outside of this country, and you seek for help, and you are turned away, or the way you are treated, you look at it as it's even better. You hand yourself over to the police. Then again, some of the embassies are not even properly funded. They are not properly funded. So if you do a survey of Nigerians living in diaspora, we may be here talking about is Reno, is this, is that, but the most important thing is that these embassies, are they good enough to stand for Nigerians outside of this country? The question is, most of our embassies can't stand for the pains of Nigerians living in diaspora. If, for example, let me take one embassy, the embassy of Nigeria in Libya. We've had cases of people who are trafficked to Libya come back and say, if you go to the embassy, there are some embassy staff to identify you, look for your trafficker, and hand you over to the traffickers. And we've seen cases of people reporting themselves to the embassy and they are left to the dogs. They are left to their own, and at the end of the day, they fall into the hands of traffickers or slave or the modern slave traders, and nothing is being done. And the embassies have records of those who are involved in this crime. I've not seen, a lot of Nigerians have been deported. And I believe the embassies know those that are involved in this crime. How many times have they released the names of these people? Go to the authorities in those countries and say, these Nigerians are trafficking fellow Nigerians. This also happens in Ghana. They traffic people into prostitution. And they will tell you the embassy don't help them. It happens in Mali, it happens in Togo, it happens in South Africa, and the rest of it. So this is a time for us I'm really concerned about rebuilding our embassy back to a place where every Nigerian can go there and see that, yes, I'm back home, I will receive help here. An American citizen, the moment he goes into the American embassy, he believes he's on the soil of the U.S. and will be given the best. I think this is what we should work on now. The Nigerian government needs to ensure that our staffs at the embassy are retrained. And those that can be retrained, they are used to the old ways, should be taken off, and people understand what it means to represent this country. And also, we must maintain the culture of ensuring that the embassies are properly funded. They're properly funded. Then services, the renewal of passports and the rest of it, and visa should be made seamless so that Nigerians can go there the way they go to other embassy, in and out, and get the best services. This is just what I believe these ambassadors should work towards with, apart from building our image there. But even if we don't do these things, our image is in shambles. That is just the truth. So that's my advice to the government and to the new appointees for the ministerial appointees, the ambassadors appointees. Congratulations to all of them. And in a few years' time, we'll view them and see what they have done. Because they asked me, we have a lot of ambassadors, people who are ambassadors attached to their names. But if you ask me, what did they actually do?
It become a problem. And again, you see, these people, some of them are just like, we're just given an opportunity to go outside the nation to rest. And that's where the problem is coming from.
You're just giving an appointment, okay.
Just go outside.
And sometimes they give some just to take them out of the political.
Yes, because you are not holding any political office or for political affiliation. You just have a very good ground for you to go outside and rest. So that is how do you expect if somebody is into this position on that very ground? How do you expect a positive result from such a person?
Sometimes some people.
And you mentioned the issue of funding. Just look at it. Even in Nigeria, if you go to Abuja and so many places, the liaison office of states, you see how they have been taken care of. The thing is very, very low. So we expect a lot from the ambassadors and also the Nigerian government too. It shouldn't be a situation whereby you just send people outside and you are not giving them a lot of support that it needs. At the end of everything, anything that happens outside the nation is more of disgracing the nation on an international ground. So it is a reawakening call to whosoever is concerned and let the right thing be done.
Someone also told me that maybe in this space we have a politician that we want to take him out of the political space. We lobby for him to be given an ambassador. So he goes away. So such a politician will not stay there. He will always be back because he knows that they are trying to screen him out
of there. Okay. Wow.
You know, once you're out of the country, you lose your relevance within the politics. So when you post there for ambassadorial, you take someone to Sudan. What does he do? Every week he's here because
in fact he will be in Nigeria. The only thing will be silence, the media space, and that's all.
Okay, yeah. Well, which other stories can we take? Do we have any story that we can take before we go for a break? Let me see. There's also this. Okay, we've looked at the reps probing the tax issue. I think we need to look at this tax issue clearly with data, with facts. I think Nigerians deserve to have facts and data. And I'll call on us, the media, to also do our duty to look at, to ask, use the freedom of information to ask for the gazetted and the gazetted copy, and with the Ministry of Information, because the information here is that what the Ministry of Information is dishing out is different from what they pass. So it's a very serious issue that we need to.
Can we look at the Matrix news?
Okay, let's look at the Matrix.
The major headlines: state police, local government autonomy must work, says Tinubu.
Well, if you ask me, I would say it has become a daily thing that the president says, but I'm not impressed any longer. Reason why is that I've known him since 1999 to be someone who has been an advocate for state police and local government autonomy, and he was one of those that pushed for federalism and the separation of state police. And he also went ahead to even create local governments that led to him not being given the local government allocations for the state. So, him becoming president, I expected him I expected this to be one of the first things he would do. And he tactically went to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court was able to give autonomy, financial autonomy to the local government. But because of politics of one thing or the other, I see that the will of the president to implement it is not even there. Yeah. Probably because he doesn't want to lose his relationship with the state government. So, and he keeps repeating this, but it's 2 years down the line. I've not seen any concrete steps. Even the Supreme Court judgment is lying there. It hasn't been implemented. Then for the state police, listening to the president while he was governor, while he was the APC leader, talk about state police, and I expected him to hit the ground running. But he's still at the stage of mere words. By now, I expected it should be one of the bills, executive bills, that he will push and pursue the way he pursued the tax reform bill for state police. Nigeria is ripe for state police. With all we are seeing now, I don't think the federal policing system can really work with crime everywhere. Look at Karilamido. We have over 21 communal clashes in the last 2 years. Over 21 communal clashes. Can the federal police take care of that? But if the state has a proper policing system, it will be able to detect these issues before they come up. So I'm not moved by the statement of the president, because this is not the first time he's saying this, and he may say it until 4 years and nothing will happen.
Sir Abraham, I want to also say something on this. And let's not just be looking at the president to some extent has tried on this very ground. But what exactly is the problem of the state governors? Because I think where this problem is coming from, we cannot just be politicizing everything. We all knew that the president is making effort to make sure that the state has the state police, likewise the local government autonomy. But you can check it from the news yesterday that a particular state governor was sharing 1.something billion to the local government councillors, the former local government councillors, building houses for them. We don't want to mention the name of the state, but still at that, why? Someone will ask why. These same councillors were paid salaries. And are you telling me that the salaries cannot be able to build houses for them? Or is there anything that is on the shadow ground?
There is even no law that said that if you become a councillor, you should build a house.
To build a house, again. And then, whose money is he using to build this house for them? And are they entitled for
how many years does the councillor stay?
Is it more than 2 years or?
And you have a civil servant work for
30-something years and it's not having house. That is to tell you that this is what the governors want to be doing with the local government councils. Okay, if he can be able to build almost 1,300 and something councillors, they're going to be receiving houses and some little money for them to go as eating. You've already done something. This is what you have on ground to go with it. So where are we going? Where are we going? So it is better if truly the governors are looking for development in their various local government areas. At least with autonomy, a local government area can build some roads, can improve their education system, and many other things. The reason why the local government chairmen were not doing to their best. Take the case of Taraba State now, the issue of Namne Bridge. If a personal person can be able to handle this little bridge that somebody can do, imagine what a local government chairman can do if an autonomy is having the autonomy. So definitely the state government has something a lot to do, and we call on the public to look at this thing with a careful insight. Let us not be throwing insult always or lots to the president alone. The president is doing his best. At least he come out to voice it out. We need support from the state governors to implement those things. And part of it is the reason why all these insecurities are still rising. Definitely. You mentioned the issue of the state police. To me, I cannot support this 100%. All I want is a situation whereby the security architecture of the nation, be it at federal or state level, should be improved. We'll have Mbanga. We also have like Taraba. We have Taraba marshals and many other of them. They can also be improved. And we also have police. They even lack what the equipments to do their job very well. So if we say the states should have their own police, what if a situation where the governor is working contrary to what the citizen want? It can be able to use the police anyhow. And we have situations where people talk and the governor arrests them for reasons that they shouldn't be able to voice out things. So we call on the state governors. Let them not just be looking at things for their own personal benefit. It is a high time the country needs people that will stand out to defend them. And this very seat, no matter what, you have limited time. Definitely. 4 years or 8 years is nothing compared to what you can do. I remember when the NYSC DG visited Yakubu Gowon to thank him for this bringing out NYSC as a platform. So what can you do as a governor that one day, one time, somebody will come to thank you for that particular thing you've done? At least a legacy, it is very important for someone to keep. Yeah. So we want the state governors and any other key players to come out and support the president to make sure that the local government have their own autonomy. It cannot stop the state government from receiving their own.
It doesn't stop them.
It cannot stop them.
And the thing is that I've not heard any governor, maybe I may be wrong, come out to say he really wants this local government. Right. They are silent about it. And then and they are the ones that are holding the local government, because they are the ones that run the local government accounts as far as I'm concerned now. The chairman, you hear that they just give them stipends to pay salary. And even the state government pay salaries. And if you ask me, the local government, to me, should be the most powerful tier of government because they are the closest to the people. Even if you talk about security, if the chairman is in your local government and he has funds and he has the support of the traditional rulers, when crisis wants to come, if he speaks to the traditional ruler, please talk to your youth. Yes. Say, what do we need? Okay, let's put together Yambanga. Fund them, let them go to that community and stay there as security. And these vigilantes, they know you, they know me. Yes. They know those that will fight. They know those that won't fight. I think it will help in the area of security. Then look at even this issue of forest guards. Do you know that the local government is properly funded? They can fund hunters and help them live in the forest, even give them farms in the forest. And they stay in the forest and they give information to those outside that we see movement of social people. It is much easier. And even roads to farms are local government roads. If a local government chairman has enough funds, he can get a grader and begin to grade every road that leads from farm to market. Every road that leads from farm to market. Where you need covert, where there's, sometimes we are going to the farm, you get to a point, a car can't move because of what? Water. You begin to look for bike. If the local governments are properly funded, it is just to look for a way to channel that water. And people will be able to drive. Instead of using one bike to carry 2 bags, you can take your vehicle to the farm, bring out your produce. These are just some of the things that need to be done. And if we don't fix the local government, I'm telling you, Nigeria will never develop at the grassroots. Never. A place like Karin-Lamido, Lao will never develop without, because how many roads can the state government build in Lao or Karin-Lamido? But the local government can tar just grade every street around there.
You mentioned something that is very, very important. You see, one thing I want to call out the attention of the government is they have been doing their best to ensure a proper security. Introduction of forest guard also is very, very welcoming. But the selection process is what we question.
You bring someone from Gabon to go and be forest guard
in this place. And again, there are this forest guard that we're talking about now, sir. There are people that we know very well. They can do this job very well.
No matter what you give me, I can't be a forest guard.
Yes.
I've never lived in.
But we see people living in urban areas now coming because it is a salary-based stuff. They're coming into the whole game. How do you expect somebody that is staying in Lagos to come back to Karin-Lamido and defend people in Karin?
Even teachers, you employ them from Jalingo. They don't go to the village. Not to talk of a guard.
And this thing is happening. I look at the people that are coming back, that are trained to go and defend us in the forest. And we already have hunters that are already in these bushes. And they knew them by their names.
They don't really need education.
I was expecting a situation where maybe they would say, we will go and meet the traditional rulers. In every community. You have your people that have been doing this job even without the knowledge of the government. So now government want to harmonize these people and make use of them. Now, bring this social number of people. Don't bring even age factor into this thing, because I knew the issue of forest is not something that you said youth are the ones to handle. No. It's something beyond just ordinary youth alone. In as much as we want youth,
there's an expertise about this forest. Very good.
And every forest is a traditional society.
Definitely.
Every forest has somebody that knew the forest very well.
Both so, ritually and physically.
How do you expect somebody now to go to the forest of Jen, and also from Usa local government to go to the forest of Jen to control more than the person in Jen?
Even someone from Lao can't go to Jen forest and say he understands
everything. While doing it, in fact, you can go and cut a particular tree for you to have shade, and that cutting of the tree will become an issue.
An issue, because you don't understand.
You don't understand the situation. So
myself, I was wondering. I thought maybe they would just go and pick hunters, from people who reside in this way. Then for the administrative purpose, then you can employ people. Even you can employ people from the local government living there for administrative purposes.
In terms of administration, I expect, like the Minister of Interior now,
Yeah.
there are people that are employed for administrative purpose, and then we have people with the uniform. We expect same thing here. These people can properly be managed administratively when you have offices in the local government headquarters.
Yes.
Then you employ people that are learned to handle those offices. Then the essence of doing all this is to checkmate their activities and also make sure that they are doing things in line. But you bring somebody that cannot be able to sleep in a place where there is no NEPA, now taking him to a forest where you will sleep with firewood and the rest.
I tell people that even look at the issue of teachers. You want a teacher in USA, then you come and employ someone in Jalingo. He wouldn't go. He will only go and collect salary every month. That is even teaching job. That is a job that he goes to a classroom. Not to talk of you employing someone that lived in Jalingo. I'm telling you, for 10 years, cannot be a forest guard.
Can never.
Your body is now used to city life.
Yes.
You don't have the senses anymore to live in the forest.
What are you even going to protect in the forest?
What
do you even know? What do you even know exists in the forest?
Exists in the forest. So
ordinary Karim Lamido or another place going for Christmas, somebody is saying that he cannot be able to go due to some reasons.
And you want to give
want to go and protect interest. So
may God help us. Like you now, can you go to? You're from Lao.
Yes.
Can you go to Lao now and say you do? How many forests do you know in Lao?
That's
apart from
thing.
The road from Jalingo to Lao.
Me going to Lao, that one is usual. But going there to protect the people in Lao, that's where the problem is. Yes, that's where the problem is. You have to know. And again, we should wake up from this issue of I want to get money. I want to get money. The youth are going into imagine many of these guys, yes, we want to protect the nation, but you don't know what it takes to protect the nation. Even the people joining, you go and see people applying for different military jobs, but they don't know what it takes. So when somebody go to the battlefield, one bullet, now the person will now come back and now become an issue in the society.
I told someone, I said, if you look at the enemy, like the banditry, most of these people involved in banditry are people that were born as nomadic herders.
Yes.
Right from when they were babies, they've been trekking up and they've been living life of hardship.
Yes.
From their birth to when they are grown. At 6, 7, 8, they trek with cows from the north to the south, and they've learned in most times they've been through crisis. They run, they fight, they run, they fight. I said that person, the training that person has gotten, by the time it gets to 15, 16, 17, 18 years old, you can't take someone from the city, take him to the Nigerian Army Depot, train him for 9 months, and expect him to have the experience of this young man.
It cannot be possible now.
It can't be possible.
But look at it. We're talking about something very sensitive, all on the local government autonomy, because this is part of those things now. Look at it. You've never killed a snake.
Yes.
Not if you talk of a lion, tiger, or any of the beasts in the forest. And now you are you are trained either haphazardly or not to some extent. And now you are given either a gun to go into this forest to fight. You are not fighting just human beings, because they are mistaking it. People are just looking at it like I'm just going there to protect the citizens against the bandits or to chase them away. These bandits, they made up their life due to some reasons to do this job. You are just coming there because of the money alone. Yes. You're coming there because of the money. You don't know the intricacies involved. So that is why when you go and find out things are going not the way you expect, you become so weak. I have a situation where I asked one of my friends that want to join the military, and I asked him that, okay, me and you now, we are members of the Nigerian Army, for example, and we went into a bush, and I lost my life, the other person lost his life, you are the only person, and tomorrow you are required to go back into that same bush to continue. How are you going to react to that eating? Then look at it in a psychological perspective. Then when you are doing things like that, don't just look at the money alone.
Salary.
I don't expect somebody to just say, because I'm unemployed, I want to go and join Nigeria Army. No, it's beyond that.
It's beyond that.
So we've taken a lot of time on that.
Thank you very much, Naftali. So I'm telling us we need to develop the local government. We need to give autonomy. The key to development and security in Nigeria lies in the local government. And we call on everybody, let us begin to push for local government autonomy. So at this point, I think we have to go for a break. When we come back, the morning show continues.
Nigeria, a land of beauty, strength, and deep-rooted heritage. A nation of over 200 million voices, cultures, and dreams united under one flag. Contrary to what the world might often hear, Nigeria is not a land known for war and violence. Nigeria is known for its resilience. Its people rises every day, not to fight battles of war, but battles of survival, of resilience, and of growth and progress. From Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, Kanuri, TV, Efik, and over 300 ethnic groups, Nigerians' diversity is its strength. In every language spoken, every dance performed, and every drum beat echoed, there is pride, peace, and identity.
Peace isn't just the absence of war. Peace is the presence of hope. In every corner of Nigeria, hope is alive. Hope in education, hope in innovation, and hope in next generation. I believe in Nigeria because I see changes every day. We don't wait for peace, we build peace. We have seen hard times, but we still stand as one. Yes, Nigeria faces challenges, economically, politically, and socially. But even in the storm, Nigeria's spirit remains unbroken. Where others see conflict, we see a call to rise.
We are more than headlines. We are a nation of believers in peace, in unity, and in tomorrow. This is Nigeria. This is our story. And from Sun TV, let the world hear it from us.
country people how on a day. I hope say una wake up well. Meanwhile, compliment of the season to all of una. And then welcome una to the pidgin section of our morning show. As this na section we always knack una latest story concerning the happening things for inside the country, even to serve our community and our society. My name is Esther Oka Stephen, and with me this morning now also one of my correct person will be Oga Moses Peter. Oga Moses, thank you for joining me this morning.
Thank you very much, my compliments of the season.
Correct. Okay, oh my country people, as the story take they carry us, they work out, they go like this. Me don't tell una say things where they happen for inside the country now. We always they like to touch light matter on, most especially country people, something don happen here for inside we country, yes, for inside society, for area when e be say we dey, my country people. Make una relax and also make una follow me to Torchlight Matter on Facebook at Some TV. Even yourself will be there for YouTube at Some TV Live. Okay, oh, my country people, something don happen here, my country people. Say one sister, wey they call am say Sister Deborah, one sister for inside the area, yes, don come beat her pikin, so to let the pikin come faint in my country people. When we go there to go Torchlight Matter, talk people for that place to come begin dey talk, we say no be today na this woman begin dey show attitude for the house when e be say we go yesterday, my country people. Even himself, the husband come outside, the man himself, he no fit to talk for house from the look of things. Sake of say as talk people wey carry matter come talk, say na every time na she dey beat this boy, so tell that boy come faint yesterday, my country people. Make her begin to tell una the reason why she beat her pikin, so let this pikin faint. That matter, that story, as we go there to go Torchlight, and say the thing pepper me for body well. No be small action, no be small act. Country people, I verse well, so let me say I play my own part for days, but make we leave that one side. Una sabi the reason why this woman beating pikin, Oga Moses. You not follow us go there yesterday. This woman beat that boy, say because the pikin call am say mommy. Now you born pikin. Pikin call you mama, you vex. The country eyewitnesses talk people for area, they talk say anytime na that our only child, that boy, now they call am say mommy, but the rest, the younger ones, they call am say auntie, they go out, they call am auntie, and the man of the house allow it to be happening. The husband, anytime she beat that boy, they talk say the husband, even if he get one neighbor for that place when he be say, anytime he beat that boy, he and the woman as we go there, the woman say they know they talk again. So say she always they tell this woman, say, not be you born this speaking. These children, these 3 children, not be you born them. It's a thing of pride, say your pikin will call you mommy. Oga Moses, I go Torchlight this matter well, you. I want to make you tell me your own intel because of say she beat this boy fence. That's why they can't call us here yesterday. So they talk to you so. Now bad thing say pikin call him mother mommy or mama. Now bad thing.
This one no be bad thing.
Okay.
You know, for your pikin where you born, to call you mama, to call you mommy, any name like that, wey related to motherhood, nothing of pride, nothing of joy.
Country people.
Because you see now like this, e mean say the pikin dey acknowledge you, say in come out from your womb. Now you dey take care of the pikin. Now you train am. How you go tell me say this thing don't happen before for my compound wey dey stay for Lagos some years back. The woman, she say me her children they call her auntie. I can't wonder say which kind thing be this one. Pikin when are you born am, make it come they call you auntie. Na similar thing na happen. But who I go blame for this thing? Na the father.
Correct.
Because you as the father, you are a leader of your home. Now you suppose guide your wife and the children. Make sure say everything they go smoothly. The man for caution the woman, say this thing where you they do no good. Now you give birth to this child. Why you go to talk say may the pikin no call you mommy, may the pikin they call you auntie. Now the man ain't be the problem.
Correct.
If now the woman truly give birth to that pikin, she for no the vex.
Nah, pikin.
In fact, if the pikin they call her auntie, now she supposed even vex. The pikin supposed call her mommy or supposed call her mama. Maybe something where she will they provoke unnecessarily.
Okay. Oh.
So now very, very wrong thing.
Okay.
Na very, very wrong thing. Pikin no commit crime. Pikin no do bad thing. You can't they beat him. So he faint. Which impression, which message they send to that pikin now? Now people could look like say, no, you give birth to this pikin. You adopt them or you bring them from outside. Now very, very bad thing. And a low self-esteem they worry that woman. Because if you be person wey get better self-esteem, nothing dey wrong with your pikin go dey call you say mommy. So to those women wey dey do am, abeg, if your pikin dey call you mommy, your pikin wey truly born you, you no suppose take am vex. You suppose dey happy. say the pikin dey acknowledge say na you born am, na you take care of am.
Okay.
So no be something to vex. Na wetin I get to talk about this matter.
Okay, oh my country people, for those of una wey just dey join us, this na the pidgin section of our morning show, and our section we always dey give una latest story of things wey dey happen for inside we country. Yes, you know, matter when e happen for area now we dey touch light this morning concerning one sister Deborah when e be say e beat her child, totally one of her baby boy, totally the boy come faint yesterday, and the tori now we dey touch light this morning. And so the reason why she beat that boy na sake of say the pikin mistakenly call am say mommy. Meanwhile for house there she don tell dem say make dem no dey address am as mommy, make dem no dey address her as mama. Country people na correct thing be that. Na crime say pikin wey you born call you mommy, you begin dey vex. Oga Moses, just as you earlier talk, e don tell me sef dey hear this kind of thing. I no sabi say this kind of thing sef go even fit happen sake of say for my area where we dey there for Warri, my Bayelsa people dem there, you go see elderly woman with 5 children. You go tell pikin say not coming because of some kind of dubious character when e be say they play for that side. Yes, many women, just as this man, as we dey blame this man, so I thank you very well sake of say myself I blame the man well. Sake of say the auntie wey dey call your wife, e get why your wife wants that auntie. Your wife dey hide her identity according to how me take see am, because e get how your wife go take comot with these children. Even though say for it, pikin dey bring respect for person you. You go enter for inside keke and then all this maruwa, this tricycle, or maybe you dey go out inside bus. You old children begin dey call their mommy auntie, and young guy dey there. You go fit come lose guard.
Yes.
Come say babe give me your phone number. Now that kind of name where you supposed to call your wife as, now you want another person to address your wife. So, when one or two person, when children were supposed to call and say mommy, for other person no go get attention. Come begin to call your wife auntie. I tell her yesterday, begin to call your wife auntie for inside public. If they give another man the mind to take a toast to your wife. Your wife said they make your wife to deny you in public itself. So wetin this man do yesterday, we don't tell him e no good. He have to make new law for that in house. Yeah, if not that this woman, because they talk to say now this very boy, now they always they call her mommy. Yes. So I beg those of una when e be say una dey for the attitude, me no talk say we dey carry law enter una house yo, make una check am well. E no warrant beating. You tell pikin say call me. If you no like the pikin, you no want pikin to call you mommy, carry give a person when e be say they fine, make dem call am mommy. These children, people dey now where they cry day and night say they find just even though na one pikin, we go address them as mama. Even though if you not call her mommy, you even call her old woman. They just won't answer that mama, that mother. They don't get that pikin. You can't get. And you they call they beat and say, why you go call you mother? If you not feel mother the child, carry and give people where they find children now.
You know, say one thing be say women, some of these women where they do this thing, they look at like say if they call you mama
you
or
don't
mommy,
old.
you don't old.
Can you imagine? That's
So
what my people for there they reason.
Now waiting they think be that, and the one they form say they still be young.
They still be young.
They still dey market. So now waiting they do be that, because if you be person wey be say you don't already give birth, you not supposed to look outside again. You supposed think of how you go train up your children, help your family grow, make things dey flourish for the family. Not be say you go outside, they do some kind of movement.
Just as I earlier tell you, even say for that our area, say for that our Warri's place there, cross river side there, you greet somebody say, mommy good morning. He go insult you, tell you say na me born you. Why they call me mommy? And I say sign of respect.
Is it respect? Yes.
I call the check and now they tell us they say na so our attitude for them now they carry con here. Yeah, na not oh. You have to have that respect you. Give yourself that respect. Respect your husband. Yeah, the man self later when the man come up now, the man say he don't address the issue. I say thank God say we come to touchlight the matter. As I don't tell you now like this, we don't tell the woman any day she beat that child again, we go carry that pikin, go give people where they find, make them call them mommy. Yesterday we tell her now, we say you want me we adopt your pikin, go give people where they find children, make they help you hold her. So that they go they answer the mommy. She say no. Now we tell her say not touch this pikin again. Country people na bad thing now we talk yesterday. As I talk to una so, we don't settle that case. So those of una when they be say una they watch us on Facebook at some TV, even yourself on YouTube, we dey always they tell una say anytime when they be say things they happen for una area, when una be when it be say una want make we touch light, make una do well come meet us for some TV. Yes, we go touch light on a matter for una. As I dey talk to una so, this boy, all the old children now, they don begin dey call her mommy. Make we see whether if dem call her mommy, up go fall come down. That reason why she no want make dem call her mommy, she no still tell us till now. But I believe say na wetin Oga Moses to talk now e go be. Sake of say if dem call her mommy, e go be like say she don turn old woman. Yes, e go be like say she don old, so she want make dey call her aunty, mother of 3 children. Country people. So my advice for una, when e be say, no be say make your pikin no call you aunty or make e call you aunty, but the correct thing when e be say your pikin go dey call you as say na you wey mother am, e suppose to be mommy. Mommy no bad now. Sisters wey dey watch this program, abeg make una allow una children, especially when una don correct dem tire and they still dey insist dey call you mommy. Na God make that child no want to adopt to that aunty thing. So biko nu make una no dey beat una children again sake of say, and if una don tire say you too call me mommy, carry them go give people when say dem no get pikin, wey dey find who go call them mommy. Carry that your one pikin when e be say e dey always give you headache say mommy, and na aunty you dey find, go give people wey dey look for children. Yes, so that they go help you answer the mother well. Okay, my country people, I thank all of una when e be say una follow me the Torchlight Matter on Facebook at Some TV, even yourself on YouTube at Some TV Live. Me no go just draw the curtain like that without thanking my guest in the house here wey be Oga Moses Peter. Oga Moses, thank you for following me to Torchlight Matter.
Thank you very much, man. My pleasure to come here.
Thank you very much. Okay, country people, I also dey throw a salute to all of una when e be say una follow me Torchlight Matter on this program. And I also dey thank myself, wey be Esther Oka Stephen. Una do.
Nigeria, a land of beauty, strength, and deep-rooted heritage. A nation of over 200 million voices, cultures, and dreams united under one flag. Contrary to what the world might often hear, Nigeria is not a land known for war and violence. Nigeria is known for its resilience. Its people rises every day, not to fight battles of war, but battles of survival, of resilience, and of growth and progress. From Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, Kanuri, TV, Efik, and over 300 ethnic groups, Nigerians' diversity is its strength. In every language spoken, every dance performed, and every drum beat echoed, there is pride, peace, and identity.
Peace isn't just the absence of war. Peace is the presence of hope. In every corner of Nigeria, hope is alive. Hope in education, hope in innovation, and hope in next generation. I believe in Nigeria because I see changes every day. We don't wait for peace, we build peace. We have seen hard times, but we still stand as one. Yes, Nigeria faces challenges, economically, politically, and socially. But even in the storm, Nigeria's spirit remains unbroken. Where others see conflict, we see a call to rise.
We are more than headlines. We are a nation of believers in peace, in unity, and in tomorrow. This is Nigeria. This is our story. And from Some TV, let the world hear it from us.
TV. Keep watching Some TV.
Do you want to score 280 and above in JAMB? At Taraba Business School, we can make your dream come through. Register now for our JAMB and CBT training. Intensive JAMB and WACE coaching classes with experienced teachers is ongoing. You will also be trained on computer-based training, CBT. Visit Taraba Business School today. We are located opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. You can call the following numbers for inquiries: 080 602 69140, 070 634 28464, 080 606 60861.
Every day begins with a need to move with purpose, to shop without stress, to send without fear, to pay without delay. For every rider chasing time, for every home that needs restocking, for every voice that needs connection, for every dream that needs delivery. Now, one app brings it all together.
Supercab, move smart, ride safe, supermarket, groceries, gadgets, everything. Supercash, airtime, bills, transfers, done. Super logistics, fast, secure, right to your door.
It's more than an app. It's your movement, your market, your money, your connection, all in one place. Supergo, more app for services endless. Download Supergo today. Live free, live fast, live smart.
No time to shop, no stress. With Supergo, your groceries comes to you. We partner with trusted vendors, verified stores, no delay, no excuses, just values. Supergo Supermarket, your market now in your hands. With Supergo, your ride is comfortable, easy, and convenient. Supergo is more than an app. It's a movement, moving people, powering threats, delivering value.
Africa, a land of roots, rhythm, and resilience.
Where every thread of the fabric tells a story.
Every beat of the drum echoes heritage.
And every voice carries the soul of generation.
We are Africa, bold, beautiful, and timeless. At Some TV, we don't just tell African stories.
We celebrate it in every color, sound, and tradition.
From the past that shaped us
to the future we proudly define.
Some TV, Africa, seen, heard, celebrated. Some TV, cause of the nation. Africa, a land of roots, rhythm, and resilience. Welcome back to the morning show on Some TV, and this is the Taraba News segment of the morning show. I'm Steve Abraham Joda, and with me still is Albert Naphtali Bello. Once again, you're welcome to the morning show.
Welcome.
Yes, this time around we'll be coming back home to Taraba, where we'll be taking stories that break it on the cover page of Taraba News paper. Taraba News is Taraba's most influential newspaper. We'll be taking stories from the cover page of Taraba News. Let me go through all the major stories on the cover page. Then we'll look at some of the stories to do some analysis. We have on the cover page, we have Bukari Local Government Chairman Bala Hussein commences road grading project at Ando Azara. Stories on page 7. Then on page 9, we have why calling bandits freedom fighters is dangerous. An analysis of Professor Usman Yusuf's recent comments. Then we have Governor Abuke Fas appoint Dr. Abubakar Amidu Kara as MD CEO of Mambila Beverages Nigeria Limited. Then we have also citizens false Taraba sack policy as enforcement begins raise concern over trade freedom. Then we also have PDP elders like minds reaffirm loyalty amid defections in Taraba. Stories on page 3. Then Global Methodist Church congratulates NYCN President-elect, new Provost of Taraba Nursing College. Then Namne Bridge and the burden of accountability. This article is by Kwense Muri. Then Barrister Zainab Jalingo distributes Christmas packages to 500 less privileged residents in Majidadi ward. Stories on page 11. Let's go to the major story. It says citizens fault Taraba sack policy enforcement beginning as enforcement begins raise concern over trade freedom. Public criticism has intensified in Taraba State following the commencement of enforcement of the Taraba sack initiative, with many resident traders and experts questioning the policy's economic logic, legality, and priorities. The controversy follows the circulation of official enforcement notice issued by the Special Task Force on Enforcement of State-Owned SACS Compliance Directive that effective December 1, 2025, no truck or vehicle should transport goods or agriculture produced within Taraba State in any SAC other than the approved state-owned SAC. Directive warns that violations will attract sanctions including seizure of goods, penalty, and possible prosecution. While the Taraba State government maintains that the initiative is designed to boost internally generated revenue and promote the state identity, critics argue that the policies amount to coercion, stifles competition, and divert attention from more pressing development needs. Several citizens have faulted the enforcement approach, insisting that Tarabas are not opposed to promoting local products, but are uncomfortable with the use of tax laws and threat of punishment to compel compliance. Well, I think there are two ways to look at this. The government is trying to promote the state-owned Taraba SAC by ensuring that by making laws or to say that every body in Taraba should use Taraba SAC. But if you look at it the other way, it stifles competition, and it's also it's against, to me, as it's against business ethics for you to make laws that only SACs of only Tarabas, the state government SACs. Now, what happens? Can they meet production? Can they meet demand? Can they meet supply? What is the quality of these SACs? I think what the state government should have done is to beat competitors, to provide it at a cheaper rate, quality rate, and then people will naturally gravitate towards buying Taraba SAC. But creating these tax force to enforce this, to me, is a violation of the right of people who wants to do business. You can't force people to buy what the state produce. It should be in an open market. I don't think this goes in line with the right of people to buy and sell. What's your take on this, Naftali?
I want to, first of all, it is a welcoming development for the state to have something like this that is worth using. And again, it's the processes involved in making those reforms what we tends to question to some extent. So Taraba State has a large market in farm produce. And to some extent, the state government bringing something like this for it to become like a way of selling the product of the state outside the state is a welcoming development. Agreed. But again, looking at it again, you mentioned something. First and foremost, this is the first time this thing is taking place. I don't actually know. Have they tried sampling this thing by, let's say, some major markets for some period of time? Or to some extent, I expect a situation where, okay, now, to the local farmers that has these things and are bringing them to the market, why can't the government, to me, allow them to bring the whatsoever back, be it the new one or the other ones to the market? Then, those buyers that are coming outside the state, before you take our product outside the state, you need to change those products to our own bag so that people will see it to whatsoever market you are taking it outside to. I think this is one of those things I suggest. And another person, a Facebook user who is also a marketer in the market, mentioned that there are he was suggesting that there are some things that need to be amended in the bag for it to compete with other bags in the market. Like it is not transparent or any other thing like that. But we don't actually know. I think if time permits, maybe we'll have access to the bag to see how it looks like. They said that the other bags like Bako and some other ones like that, you can be able to see how pure, how clean, and how the seeds are, even from afar. But he was questioning this very one. And again, there will be a strategy for something to go into the market. What are the strategy now? Who are those people that are supplying this thing to various local government? Are there private individuals, or it is through the local government areas, or the department that are concerned? Yes, or Ministry of Work, or any other ministries that they can be able to take this thing out. And then, how much are they selling this bag compared to the already existing bags in the market? You see, and again, the threat also that is involved, that if you are not using this bag, or we've seen you using other bag, is either we tear your bag or there are other sanctions on it. That is where the problem is again. It's more of becoming so rigid to a level where they are weakening. It will either cause problem at the cost of doing all this. And remember, these people that are implementing this load are people that are part of the society.
Yeah.
They are part of those communities. And then if you are not careful, we'll paint them back to the community at the expense of doing this particular job. So to me, the first thing is it is a welcome idea for the state to have something of their own that can be used. I remember while I was at Abuja the other time, when Darius Dixon's administrations were producing the beverages and some other things from the Darius farm, we were able to see Taraba State car taking this thing down to the other market. But now we cannot tell. And even when I remember that the recent administration also reawakened those products, but still at that, we were able to see Taraba State car with the name and everything taking tomatoes and the rest down to the market. Yes. So it is a welcome development. But let them also come back. I heard that they had meeting with the Commissioner of Commerce, Trade, and then with the market associations. I think the Amana Market Producers Association have a lot to play here, because they are the one that serve as a linkage between the government and the direct people bringing this thing to the market. Okay. So now, if this thing is found, remember, you can like the bags now. I don't know. Are they only found in the local government headquarters, or they are found in every of the community?
Every market, every seller. Because if you want to, you go to the market now, do you find the bags available? And you know one thing with things like this, people will begin to hoard it.
Yes.
Once it's a monopoly, it will be hoarded and it will become expensive. Another thing, someone raised an issue.
Yes.
He said those companies that make bags, they pay VAT to the federal government, and Taraba benefits from this VAT.
Yes.
So we can't stop. We are beneficiaries of VAT being paid by the companies, Badco and the rest. So we can't stop them from doing business here, and we are gain from their VAT. Right. So if someone said if that is the case, then the Taraba should not partake from the VAT that comes from the company. So to me, it should be looked into again. The state government can make the bag so competitive that people will have no option
than to go for the bag.
And
any Tarabans that have
Taraba we definitely love.
In fact, they will go for it. In fact, you see, what I was trying to look at it is this: allow these people to love what you are bringing down to them. Any good Taraban that farm in Taraba, or any other investor that is coming to farm in Taraba, to me, I found it that it will be very easy when those sanction or any other effect of the law should go to people that are taking this thing away from Taraba. Because if Taraba product will be seen in places like Katsina, Lagos, and other places, it will be very common. And again, you mentioned somebody, and on Facebook I see like there's a particular local government within Taraba also that produces bags. Oh. Yes. Something like, I guess it's around Takum or Usa area. So what will happen to
those bags too?
Those bags.
I think we need to look at that policy.
And how quality are those bags to compete with the other existing?
Because if you make it compulsory, people will go to other markets. Because if you buy, if you force them here,
yes,
they'll go to Benue State, they go to other states to purchase grains. And because nobody wants to buy goods at the end of the day along the way. We're not saying the bags is not, but let the market forces determine. And the love of Tarabans, I believe Tarabans, once they see that the Taraba sack is good enough, they will buy it. I will buy it. Yes. A lot of people will buy it. And the prices should be competitive. Let's go to another story here. Say PDP elders, like minds, reaffirm loyalty amid defection in Taraba State. Amid growing concerns over recent defections to the ruling All Progressive Congress, loyal members of the People's Democratic Party, PDP in Taraba State, reaffirmed their commitment to survival, unity, and strengthening of the party. The assurance was given during a solidarity visit by the PDP Elders Forum and the PDP Like Minds Group to the acting chairman of the party at the State Secretariat in Jalingo. The visit was aimed at pledging support to the party's leadership and reinforcing internal cohesion. Speaking during the visit, chairman of the PDP Elders Forum in Taraba State, Chief John Alex Maman, said the forum remains steadfast in its loyalty to the PDP despite the defection of some government officials, including the state government. I think I'm beginning to see people showing solidarity for the PDP, which is very much needed. This is what the PDP needs now, to ensure that it is the people see that it is not dead. And for the past 1 week or so, I think I will give kudos to the leadership of the acting chairman, Mr. Comrade Obaida Bitrus. He has been able to galvanize support for the PDP, and people now are beginning to identify with the PDP. It's a good thing for the state. It's a good thing for opposition in Taraba State.
Sir, I have a question. Yes. Yesterday we talked about this PDP in the state, and today we are seeing people. You mentioned that if PDP really wants to do something differently from what they have been doing, that caused a lot of problems even at the national level, not up to this level. Because we were seeing one of the papers that some other factions of PDP are setting another committee to host a convention. So, and we want to see a situation where even if there should be a problem at the national level, then let it not happen at the state level. And we welcome the new development. At least the past days, we've seen a lot of consultative meetings happening within the PDP secretariat. Okay. And we said kudos to the acting chairman. But these people that are coming, I was very, very surprised to see the names of the party chairmen of the 16 local government that had meeting with the chairman. It was almost all the members that were still the leaders during the defections period are still the ones that are part of the PDP now. So now the question is, if these people were good enough to manage the people under them at the local government level, what happened to those people that to their leadership that makes those people to leave the party to another party? And then, if these people are still the one leading this party, to which I know for the government and some other key players within the party to leave the party, they might have host meetings with these people.
Yes, we understand.
Let us not just sit back and just accept things the way they are. They have made meeting with them, and then maybe, I may not say actual, but maybe these people thinking migrating to this very new party will hinder us from occupying our spaces here. That is why we are still with this party. And maybe on the other way around, they will tend to work against the party.
Definitely.
That's what has happened with the PDP at the national level. You see some factions going with the APC, and then some factions still maintaining their party dominance as PDP members, but yet they are working for the other party. Are we not? Let us not just sit down and believe everything is right, because we have seen big people coming to it. And again, that is to say, the other parties in Taraba State have to be very, very careful. Because I can also say that if we can see some faces coming down to identify with the PDP, even with the defection on ground, that is to tell us that maybe some of those people that are going with the government or the people of the day are just going because of the position they hold now.
They hold now, yes.
So they have a lot of things to do to identify their weakness and the strength, because I'm very, very certain with the way PDP are going now in the state, with the kind of faces we are seeing going to congratulate the acting chairman or possibly having meetings with them. The truth is, these people are coming with good force. And if these people are coming with good force, they will sit down to identify the people that are suited for positions, and they will rally themselves towards bringing out this post. And I'm very, very sure, even when I don't have things to hold on, like PDP will play a very, very good game in 2027 election.
Definitely.
So people should just sit, let us just, we're not going to sit back, at least to all of us that are analyzing this game, we will sit down to see what will happen. We want to see good faces coming. We want to see a politics where people are no longer going for this is our party, this is our parents' party. I remember that there was a time some family members had issue because the father want them to go this way and the children want to go this way. So now it is a more clear picture where people will now look at who is this person on this platform. Now, apart from the platform, who is this person on this platform? And then what can this person offer? And then the party will also now come back and say that, okay, we cannot do the usual, by bringing a lot of, let's say, we're selling the forms at a very high rate. So they will now come back to see a situation whereby they will bring people that are good to carry this thing along. So on the side of the PDP, we thought they don't have anything to write home about, but the people we are seeing is more of the old people that can say something in very local government and people will listen to. We are seeing their faces. There.
But I would like to say something. This is something that a lot of us must understand. It is not everywhere in the world. It is not the best that wins elections. It is not the best that wins primaries. It is those who have the best structures, who the party members knows. So if you want to participate in politics, no matter how good you are, the people in the party must know you. They must believe in you. You must have a structure that can work for you. And I'm telling you, if you go, most of us stay in the city and we say we are doing politics. Meanwhile, someone is right there in the village with these people, going to meetings with them, showing when this person needs this, he provides, when he wants to fill a form, they have them to fill. They will rather go for that person than go for you, despite the fact that you may be better than after that person. So I'm telling people, go into party politics, play the grassroots politics, let the members know you. I'm telling you, if they don't know you, when the delegate election comes, they don't know you, they will not vote for you. No matter, even some you give them money, they will say, this is who we know. This is the person that comes to a meeting, and they will vote for the person. So let us go into these parties and begin to participate in the parties. Nobody will come and pick you from anywhere and say because you are good. They will give it to somebody that is a member of the party, who the party knows. So go into partisan politics, and let me tell you, no matter what you think, there are fifth columnists in the PDP waiting, spying for the other side. It's going to rear its ugly head. You should learn to manage it. There are people who will be left behind in the PDP to ensure that the PDP does not work. That is the way it happens. Even PDP did it in the past. They send their people to new parties to destabilize them. So don't expect that everybody in the PDP now, those that remain, those stay, are doing it for the good of the PDP. Some people are there as placeholders to ensure that nothing good comes out of that party. So it's going to come. And when the time comes, you have to show your political maturity to overcome it. And our time is fast spent. I think we just have to go. I'm sure by tomorrow we'll still find the story of PDP, we'll still find the story of all these things we are saying will still come up again. This is Nigeria for us. It will only come in another dimension. Thank you very much, Naphtali, for this wonderful analysis you've done today. And I also want to say thank you to Madam Esther Oka-Steven, and also thank you to Moses Peter for being a guest on the Pidgin segment. And I want to thank our studio managers for today for doing well on the show, Mr. Shawulu, and also my other sister there. Thank you very much. And for the master